Our gold prospecting trip into the Pilbara region of Western Australia has started with success.
Getting better and better.
Biggest one for the day so far, I'd say.
Clint and I found some good gold with our metal detectors already. But can we keep up with the rugged terrain, the exhaustion, the heat and the flies?
Morning. So today, I think it's the third day, I bought the old fella, so he's going to look where I found the bits yesterday and then down or upstream or whatever, walk around. He's got the mono ones a bit smaller, so he should be able to get in places that I couldn't. And I've gone upstream, I'm probably only 100 metres and I've got my first target and it sounds alright. I was running on normal and it screamed, and I changed it to difficult and it's still screaming, so fingers crossed, chunks of gold. See what she sounds like now. I think it's still in the side. Oh no, thought I had it. Oh, it's still in the same spot, so I'm going to have to put a bit of elbow grease in. Nice soft pocket there. That feels pretty heavy. Take it in the light. It looks like it's coated, maybe. They have to be over a gram. That's a good start to the day.
This morning I decided to take the motorbike to a different spot. Phil and Clint wanted to have a look in the valley. It's a bit easier going on the flat ground for Phil in particular. Plus Clint has found over 4 grams in the valley yesterday. That on its own is worthwhile going back there. But I was gonna head over to a few more areas where I have found gold before and where I haven't swung the 6,000 yet. Which brings me to this target here. Oh, it's gotta be gold for sure. Yeah, it was really only a faint signal at the start, but I've been kicking a few rocks, hot rocks, dug a few noisy ground spots, but this one's a nugget for sure. It sounds big. Please let it be a decent nugget. Oh, where is it? Why can't I see it? Ah, there. Yep, definitely the most decent bit that I found this trip, I'd say. Nice. I've detected here before and I was hoping to find a signal like that, which turns out to be gold. Oh, it's encouraging to keep going anyway. And it sounded massive.
I've been a couple of hours without a target, but I've just got another one and it sounds good. And I can already see it's a bit of wire. I didn't see that at the start. There it is. Dickhead.
So I filled the hole back in, checked it of course, no further targets. And technically, now I should work my way back upstream and do that a bit more thorough. I might come in on a different angle around all these plants and spinifex instead of coming down with the coil. Because this doesn't look like I'm actually going to push through that. So I'll just work this little not so overgrown section here. Try and get the coil into all these little nooks. It is a bit noisy, but this could be something. Sounds good to me. Oh! You know what that means? Could mean another shotgun pellet. I don't think it's as big as the first one. But it's gold! Oh, I'm not even... That's not even it. Maybe it's not gold yet. This? It's gold! Nice. So, coming from upstream, I would have waved the coil along here, but the signal was behind the spinifex here. So, as I came from downstream, working my way up, I was able to push my coil right into that little spot there, and that's how I ended up hearing it. Even more encouraging to work this section really thorough and properly. So I'm going to slow right down, make sure that I cover as much ground as I can around here, and any little murmur on the detector, I will scrape the surface and see if the signal improves. And of course, if I'm not certain, I'll start digging. Let's hope we'll get another signal soon.
The flies found us. Bastards. I've been walking around for a few hours now. No visible rubbish. Got it out. Might be in this clump. I'll bring you a bit closer. Down to the last little bit. It's a nugget. Tiny little one. Little ball. That's good because I was nearly giving up hope.
Yeah, I didn't get any more bits in that other system where I started off this morning. By now I rode to a different spot, and luckily I picked it right because I thought it's a bit wider, so less overgrown, and I'm lucky it is like that. So first signal in the new system. Yeah, whatever it is, it's super small. But I'm still hoping to see gold here eventually. Yes, that is a small bit. Yeah, good choice to come down here. I've only came from around the corner over there, so not even 5 minutes in the new spot. And there it is. Small bit. Since I'm here, I might even detect the bank up here a bit better, the slope, and see if there's any more targets. And then of course I'll work my way further downstream. Looks like it's turning into a big creek down there. Big creek, big nuggets, maybe?
come back to a spot I found just over. I got one little bit in the creek. I didn't have a camera on me just over. But it was about 3 o'clock in the arvo, so I thought I'd start off there this morning. So we'll go down there and have a look, see if there's any more. And this is where I got the bit yesterday. It was just in the little crack there, so what we'll do this morning is just go up and down this little gully and see if we can get a couple more signals, or even another one will be good. So we'll just go low and slow, run the detector as high as it can on normal, and see if we can ping one. A little bit wide for this one pass, so I'll go maybe up the left and then back on the other side, just to try cover it all.
Something on the shallow rock bar there. Oh yeah, it's gold, not super flash or whatever, but it's another piece for the collection. Yeah, occasionally I can hear Clint and Phil on the two-way, but I'm down in the valley here in the gully. They're on the other side of the range. It doesn't really come through clear, so I can only hope that they're both finding some gold. Yeah, fill it back in, continue swinging.
Depending on the area, we might get hundreds of signals during the day. It usually ends up being noisy ground or hot rocks, and also, of course, rubbish. That's part of metal detecting.
Nothing golden is jumping out. Oh, it's not gold. The shotgun pellet. Oh, it's rubbish. Just a tiny bit of lead. Piece of steel that I just broke in half. Starting to wear me out a bit. I already flattened one battery on the 6000.
Only a small fraction of the signals on our metal detectors turn out to be gold.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the day by now. It's a bit warm. Yeah, I'd say it's another small bit. But all these small ones that I have, probably about 8 by now. I should probably count them and have a look. Here, there it is. They all add up. Small little bits like this one. Have a look. Here you can see the creek has widened a bit. I should probably come here with the 7 again tomorrow. That detector can punch a bit deeper. I'm just lucky that I can pick up these small ones here on the rock bars, where it's nice and shallow. Very good. I'll keep going for a bit longer. At least 2 more bends or so, and then one little gully, and then I still gotta walk all the way back to the motorbike, so I was planning on staying out here all day. And here they are, all those little bits. I'm just gonna count them quickly for 9 bits. Have a look. 9 little bits.
Unfortunately, I didn't get any more targets in that creek, so I went fair way up and down. It just started getting too thick. Trees whacking you in the face and stuff. So I'll have a look on the phone and I'll just pick another spot. And we'll go have a look there. Alright.
Not easy going, but definitely motivating. Have a look at this chunker. Yes, I scratched it with the pick when I got it out of that tiny little crevice here. But I didn't expect such a big chunk. That'll go a gram, I think. So probably just as heavy as the 10 bits that I've got in my jar there already. Or yeah, would be similar. Could be just over a gram, I hope. Plenty of rock bars, which is good. 6,000 is super efficient on the shallow ground, so nice. Biggest one for the day so far.
If everybody could just quickly give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, that would really help us immensely to grow this channel, which in return then allows us to make more videos. Thanks for your support, guys.
I've pulled up at another spot just down the road. Looked alright. So I've got a signal 5 minutes in, so give you a listen. Still in the ground. Oh, pretty hard. Still in there. Take this magnet off. It's in this clump. That's a bit of gold. Pretty dirty, hard to tell, but you definitely see the colour in it.
After Phil went home, Clint and I decided to move our camp to a different spot. With our 2 40E permits in place, we had plenty of areas to choose from.
It's been so windy out here. It doesn't stop the flies, as you might be able to see. But luckily we don't have any clouds, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to charge anything. We'd have to pull out the generator. But yeah, as long as we got sun, we can be sure that our food in the fridges and in the freezer is not going to go off. So we currently run 3 independent solar systems. This panel here charges up my auxiliary battery in the front, absorb charge, and that battery is running our big fridge freezer inside the car here. So if we had to, we could probably plug more devices into this system here, but it doesn't have its own inverter. So without an inverter, I wouldn't be able to charge my laptop and my detecting gear and everything else. Which brings me to this unit here, the BLUETTI AC180. It comes with us on every single trip that we do. And of course the 350 watt solar panel, also from BLUETTI. Usually we run a power board, so we've got more plugs to play with. And of course it's running our Starlink here. That's the dish out there. Phil was struggling with his battery power on the first couple of days, so we just used a generator to charge this unit back up. It didn't even take an hour, it was fully charged, and then he was able to use that device for pretty much all day. We had 2 battery chargers connected to it, and that's how he was able to run his camp all day pretty much, with only using a little bit of fuel for not even 1 tank of a generator. So really handy, charges up quickly, of course in the sun as well with the 350 watts, which are unfortunately partially shaded still, but we are putting in 144 watts, which is really good because we are not putting out as much. So by the end of the day, the AC180 will be fully charged. We can use it all night again, and then it'll charge back up the next morning. So really handy, the combination with the solar panel and a power station, but also having the opportunity of running a generator as a backup system to charge the unit back up, which then can run for hours and hours after that. BLUETTI has given a couple of units away on the Outback Gold Fever channel in the past, and now is the time they're going to do another giveaway for the anniversary, the 2nd anniversary of the AC180, which is absolutely great. I'm very happy this is such a successful unit because we also love it, and highly recommend having different battery systems in your setup just in case. Doesn't matter if you're out in the bush prospecting or bushwalking or bird watching. It's just handy for any traveler who doesn't stay in caravan parks, doesn't have 240 volt readily available at all times. Absolutely brilliant with all these different outlets, USB, you've got your cigarette lighter, and it holds its charge. And apparently it's long lasting too, because we've had it for 2 years now and I can't see the battery performing in any different way than 2 years ago. Go check them out.
I'll put a link for the AC180 into the description box for you. And of course, if you want to be in the draw to win one of these, leave a comment on YouTube what you would use the AC180 for. Big shout out to BLUETTI and good luck everyone. I'll announce the winner next week.
Morning everyone. So we've moved camp now. I haven't found much doing the prospecting thing, like looking for new spots, a few like little bits here and there. So I've come to a spot that I'd found a couple of years ago. I thought I might chain it, but it's pretty overgrown. But we'll have a go anyway, see if we can ping a few just to keep the, what do you say, just find a bit of gold. So see how we go. It's windy as buggery. Not very good for filming or detecting, but we'll persist. What else are we going to do? Sit around drinking beer? We can't do that all day. So Chrissy's in the creek. I'm going to meet her for lunch down there somewhere. And then hopefully we both get a bit of colour.
It's been hard going in the last few days. We haven't found much gold, in particular not since we moved camp. All the areas that were really good to us last time we were here, which was over 2 years ago, all those areas that have been really good are now completely overgrown. What was half overgrown back then, but we were still able to swing our coils in between the spinifex, is now pretty much inaccessible. So we've just been concentrating on our 240E permits, which we've got in place, and yeah, it hasn't really been paying out. Might have to come up with another plan. But today we're down here in a different area again. Clint found a couple of bits here before, one this trip and one last trip, and I've been trying to get into this creek here. Unfortunately, I haven't found a point yet where I can get down into the creek. Might be a little path there. I'll have a look.
I've been going for an hour or so. I've got first signal. I can't see anything there, but there's a screamer. We'll give it a little scrape here. I might just wave the magnet over it. Not steel. Whatever it is, it sounds decent size. Yeah, I'll see you in the spinifex here. I think it's a specie. I think there's just a slight bit of colour in there. We might get the water bottle and wash it a little bit. Yeah, I can't see much in it, but there is a tiny little bit of shine right in this top corner here. That's good. I'll mark that on the map. Oh, spilling all my water. Mark that on the map and we'll play around here for a little bit.
Clint's been riding many kilometers a day on the motorbike and then doing 10 kilometers on foot, just trying to find new patches. And I've been concentrating on the areas where I have found gold in the past with a 7,000. I'm back here this trip with a 6,000 and am picking up small bits that I've missed in the past. We haven't even done a weigh-in for a while, so I can only assume that it's about half an ounce by now, which is really good because that's what we needed to pay for the trip basically. And everything we make from now on should be a bonus, which of course we're going to put into getting ready for our next trip again, which hopefully isn't too far away. So today I'm back out here. This area has been worked. I found a few bits there yesterday morning downstream. So today I'm just going to walk upstream. Small little bits of gold get caught in these riffles going across, and that's where I've been finding those downstream. So I'll try the same thing going upstream and see how we go.
We're back at it again. Done a couple of hours. I still haven't got a target, so I started off where I got that little specy yesterday. Chrissy came with me, so she's gonna, there's a creek that runs right next to where we got it, so she's gonna check that. It's windy again, so crappy for filming. I'm probably averaging 10 k's a day out here, it's because I'm not getting much gold, but a little bit here and there. And there's a lot of little one nugget patches, but I'm on top of a hill here, and as you can see, look, that's water worn. This country's really washed, you know, so there's this gold, could be one bit here, and it's probably a K from the source. Well, probably not that far, but you know what I mean. The hills are probably 2 k's high, you know, so it is where it is. You just got to find it. 9 k's a day, I enjoy every bit of it, to be honest, but I'd rather a bit more gold. But this country is just beautiful, apart from the spin effects.
I don't know, we've been here for over a week?
A bit over a week.
Yeah.
This is our third camp. So the last spot was a bit overgrown. We've got a few 40As. We went for a bit of a drive today and we saw a bit of burnt out stuff, so we've moved camp again.
Because sometimes when you're not finding any gold, it's better to just, you know, have a look around, which we did. And then we found this spot and it just looks less overgrown.
Yeah, and it's close to gold occurrences, so
yes,
there's every chance there's a bit of gold here.
I'm optimistic. I'm feeling a lot better here already because it's accessible for me on the motorbike as well.
Yeah, it's a lot flatter country.
Easier going and less
spin effects.
thick. Yeah, spin effects.
So we haven't kept you up to date for a while, so we're just going to do what we've got for the week so far.
Yeah, we haven't even kept ourselves up to date, so we don't even know what we're at.
See if the trip paid for yet or not.
Well, I'm assuming it did.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, we just don't know. You want to start?
Alright. It's all pretty dirty still too. I haven't even cleaned it. Doesn't even look like gold, but we'll start with a bigger one, which I reckon's maybe 1.5, 1.2. Now we'll just throw them all on. It's been a pretty sad week for me. 2.79.
Well, but you know, like a sad week for you, and I reckon an okay week with this makes it a good week for us.
That's right, yeah. I've been searching a lot of new sort of ground.
Exactly, which we have to do. It's good to...
Yeah, you might come across something good, or you might not.
Well, that's still $500 there.
That's right. It's a couple of litres of fuel.
Yeah, it's not going to bring us home yet, but maybe with what's in there. But there, that's the specy.
Yeah, specy. So which one do you press?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, those scales are buggered, I think.
There's probably no point weighing this, but we'll just see. So the whole rock is 8.5 grams. So my guess is there might be a gram in it. You can only just see a couple of dots.
Yeah, hard to tell how much is in it. I don't think it's too much, but...
It's not pretty, so that one will get crushed.
So I went back to old areas, found a few bits, and yeah, found a couple of new spots as well, but they didn't produce much in total. So plenty of little bits here.
Like we said, we haven't even washed them in soapy water or anything, so...
Oh yeah, and I got 2 devil's dice as well.
What are they doing in there? And a specimen.
Yes. Just hard to see.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the better side.
That's the better side.
Yeah, it looks alright, that one.
It does.
So we haven't done extremely well, but we're doing alright. We're finding something. And this is the last time we move in camp.
Yeah.
So most of the tenement that we've got left is accessible by bike anyway, so we'll just stay here for the remainder of the trip.
Yeah. Because we always spend a few hours moving camp, and we know that we can access a lot of areas around here. So we're up to 3 grams here. Plenty of little bits. Oh, there was a couple bigger ones. 6.6. I'll leave the big one for last. Yeah, look at some of these tiny little ones. This one. Zoom into that.
Look at that.
How small is that?
Wow.
Oh,
the
my
phone
God.
makes it look big. You can't even pick it up. Yeah, look at it.
Tiny. Is that gonna make a difference?
Did it?
Oh, 0.02.
Oh, beauty. Is that a new record?
I think it might be. That was the big one. We're up to 11 now. And yeah, a specie. So I don't know. I'm not even sure if this is all clean gold or not yet.
We're at 11.08, and that's the
specie.
That's the whole, and that's the specie. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, let's get a total result,
we'll do a
I
total.
reckon. Yeah, that's your bits.
And this is the stuff from the first. We did one way in, so I think it was.
So hang on, we've got 13.9 with this one. Definitely 14 grams. Oh, and that one. Probably half an ounce just here.
And that's a specie as well, isn't it?
Yes.
So the rest can go on.
So we've definitely got over half a, yeah. Chuck it on. 17. Plenty of little ones. 20.
Is that gold? Yeah, it is.
It is. Might be another little specie.
So I think that's
20 grams.
20 grams. Well, that's more than actually what I thought.
That's more than I thought, and well over what we paid for this trip, I'd say.
Yeah. So we're doing not too, just my tummy rumbling.
I can hear that. We're just lucky that the gold price is up, otherwise we'd have a problem, I'd say.
But yeah, 20 grams, not too bad.
Yeah, nothing flash, but at least we're paying for our expenses and come out with a little bit of plus. So that's all you can hope for any time. Happens a lot of times the other way.
Covers the fuel and the food.
All we can ask for.
That's it. We'll try here again. Oh,
we might have to have a snack.
Fire the barbie up.
Yeah, good idea.
Try around here in the morning, see how we go close to camp, and then venture a bit further.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
I'm optimistic.
Yeah, there'll be hope.
Yeah, it's gotta be gold here.
Yeah. Look at it.
I know. And if you could smell it, you know, that's...
Smells like gold.
Yeah, I've got my antenna up. It's a sunbaker in the creek here, on top of the rock bar. Nothing for days and days, and then you see it on top of the ground.
Not very big, but it's a good sign. We're in the right spot.
Oh, it sounds good. That's gotta be gold. I'm sure of it. Oh, that might be it. It's definitely gold. Look at that chunk here. Wow.